The Genius Club with Prairie Pine. Chapter 34, Time-Space Butterfly. Cece pointed at her watch. Can you stop spacing out? It's already 12:30. We've wasted enough time? Are you lying to me? Alex came to his senses. Don't worry, I'm a man of my word. He stepped forward and started turning the safe gears. I should have thought of this earlier. You're right. I shouldn't have limited my thinking to dates. There aren't many common 8-digit numbers, but they do exist. Cece looked confused, staring at Alex with a questioning expression. Are you talking to me? Click, click. Alex turned the password dials one by one. Besides my phone number and ID number, there's probably only one long number I can remember in my life, and that's my QQ number. 02. I also remember Miss Stone's QQ number. Who exactly are you talking to? Cece glanced around, feeling an inexplicable sense of terror. Ever since you saw me take off my mask, you've been acting weird. Like your mind's not right. Click, dot. Alex finished turning the last number and looked at Cece. I actually already guessed what's in the safe. What is it? It should be some adolescent embarrassments, Alex said, recalling the arrogant and cool QQ signatures he used in his 8th grade years, and the awkward, silly things he did during that vague romantic relationship. If the password was really his QQ number, these things would be the most reasonable contents inside. Are you crazy? Cece felt like she was talking to a lunatic, but couldn't get through to him at all. If my appearance scared you silly like this, I'm sorry. Can emergency room handle symptoms like yours? I can call for you when we go out later. Alex chuckled and shook his head. You'll find out once we open the safe. With that, he raised his right fist and smashed it hard at the lock. Bang! Cece held her breath and bit her lower lip tightly. It didn't open. Huh? Alex froze completely. He checked the 8 password dials again. No mistake. It was definitely his QQ number. He smashed the lock twice more with a bang, bang. Still, no luck. After confirming the password was correct once again, Alex pressed the lock from a different angle. It still didn't open. Alex was a little dumbfounded. No, that can't be. An 8-digit password. Not a date, not a QQ number. What else could it be? At this moment, veins bulged on Cece's forehead behind him, and her whole body trembled with anger. Her hand holding the gun was clenched so tightly, it turned red. It was obvious. She was struggling to suppress the urge to shoot Alex dead. Cece looked up, glaring at him fiercely. Will you die if you stop putting on this act? Quiet down first. Alex pressed one hand to his forehead and gestured for Cece to be quiet with the other. Be quiet. Something's not right here. The only thing not right is you. I can't believe I trusted you. Cece held the gun tightly, taking several deep breaths in a row to suppress her soaring anger. Get out of the way, she roared, shoving Alex hard aside. She then pressed her ear to the safe, starting to turn the password dials with a click-click, listening to the faint sounds of the internal bearings and connecting rods. Alex stepped back 2 paces and leaned against the safe, resting his chin in his hand as he thought. What the hell is going on here? He had been certain the password would work this time. After all, he had already tried all possibilities before. All kinds of dates, even the dreams time, the time Ryan Cat was renamed, and every other time he could think of. His QQ number had been his last resort. If this was wrong too, then it was very likely that this wasn't his safe at all. And this place wasn't his dream either. Then where is this? Boom, 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 boom. Amidst the alarm, a scorching white light engulfed the world, burning everything to ashes. Alex opened his eyes and sat up from the bed. He pulled back the curtains and opened the window, letting the early winter cold wind blow into the room to clear his complicated thought. Dr. Lucy was wrong, he said, opening his eyes to look at the dark, starless night sky outside the window. Ryan was wrong too. Alex was certain. Everyone thought his dreams were just ordinary dreams, a mental disorder, but only he knew. His dreams were far from that simple. He was more and more convinced that his dreams might really be the real future world. 600 years later, he just lacked conclusive evidence. Correctly predicting 3 football lottery draws in a row was strong evidence, but not conclusive enough. It would have been great if he could verify it with a few rounds of double-color ball lottery, but unfortunately, the internet and the dream couldn't find any useful information about this era. No lottery-winning numbers, no current affairs news. It was a very bizarre thing. In other words, based on the current situation, there was no way to judge whether the dream was real or not by verifying known facts. I need to change my approach, Alex said, closing his eyes to think. The biting cold wind made his thinking clearer and clearer. All mysteries could be put aside for now. CC, Big Face Cat, the Genius Club, the safe. All of them could wait. His most urgent task now was to quickly find conclusive evidence to prove whether the dream world was indeed the real future world or not. He had to get an absolutely accurate answer. He opened his eyes and glanced at the draft paper fluttering in the night wind on the desk. There were all kinds of Ryan cat design drafts drawn on it, all copied from the toy store in his dream. Ryan cat. Kaka Cat had become Ryan Cat. This was the only change in his 20-odd years of unchanging dreams. Alex thought this was a very important clue. He had to take it seriously again. He casually picked up a design sketch, looking at the cute and lifelike Ryan cat on it. Although the cat's image was copied, the name was definitely his original creation. The change in the dream was all thanks to him. If this was a successful time-space butterfly effect, it would mean that he could use the information in the dream to change reality, thereby rewriting the future and making changes in the dream world. If this argument could be verified again, it would be enough to prove that his dream was undoubtedly the real future world 600 years later. It's better to rely on yourself than on heaven or earth. Instead of waiting to verify known future facts, it was better to personally trigger the time-space butterfly effect and make the dream change because of him. This was the real conclusive evidence. Alex looked up at the lonely full moon in the sky. This time, it's my turn to take the initiative. He was going to try to trigger the time-space butterfly effect and rewrite the future once again